Nicely done by the cheerleaders from Winner and Webster. Cool. Welcome to our very last Football Friday show of the season. Championship games are next week in chilly Brookings. I'm Mark Ovenden along with Zach Borg. It's been a fun season for sure.
Yeah, I guess who's going to be spending most of the time in chilly Brookings. Our show tonight, as it has been all season long, is brought to you by Frisbee's Plumbing and Heating. I screwed up on the last night. We've got plenty of highlights from 3 states.
Now, we start out at Howard Wood in Class 11 AAA, and that's where top-ranked Roosevelt hosted O Gorman. Keep in mind, O Gorman won the first meeting between these two. Tegan Schlemgen heaves it deep for Zach Norton. 75-yard touchdown, and the Knights strike first. They go up 7-0. They're up 10-0. Less than 2 minutes into the game.
Their pass game's gotten a lot better this season.
It has. Now, speaking of passing games, how about this? Brady Dannenbring to Michael Paulson. 14-13 Riders, their second connection of the night.
Theirs just been good all season.
Fourth quarter. It's Feldkamp throwing to guess who? Paulson. Nobody's near him. 21-13 Roosevelt. 1:11 to play. O Gorman driving. Down 21-16 now. And it's going to be this guy. Tate Wishart. Touchdown. O Gorman. They go ahead by 3. Pavelko made 3 field goals in this game, and he also comes up with this. As Roosevelt driving for the tying points, or maybe the winning points, it's Pavelko with a pick. O Gorman with the upset. They beat number 1 Roosevelt 24-21. Now the other 11 AAA game was played in Brandon. That's where Cooper Seymour was. Coop?
Hey Mark, the Brandon Valley Lynx are 11 AAA defending champs, and with a win over Washington tonight, they would advance to the title game next week in Brookings. Now Brandon would get the ball first to start the game. They would march down the field, and they're going to cap off their drive as Tate Johnson is going to barrel in for 5 yards out. It's 7-0 Lynx early on. The Warriors would throw a pick on their next drive up, and the Lynx are going to make them pay for it. As Thomas Skolton is going to roll out, he'll hit Peyton Carroll in the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown. The Lynx are up 14-0 quickly after the first quarter. Looking like they're starting to run away with it though. In the second quarter, Brandon Valley is threatening again. And again, Skolton is going to hit Carroll, this time from 11 yards out. And the Lynx are up again, 21-0. The Warriors are going to need to stop if they want to stay in this game. He wouldn't find one, however, but Skolton is going to find Jackson Hilton on the right sideline. He'll make a defender miss, and he is gone. 57 yards for the touchdown. They'd lead 31-0 at half, and Brandon Valley walks away at the win, 52-13.
So that sets up the championship game Friday night at 7 o'clock. Brandon Valley against O Gorman should be a dandy.
The Brookings Bobcats would love to play for the 11AA title on their home field. Tonight they host Huron in the semifinals. We start the game off with some defense. The Bobcats, Rhett Zielinski coming up with the sack to force the punt. Brookings would have plenty of those sacks on this evening. Bobcats getting the ball back on 4th down. It's Tanner Shepherdson keeping it himself. Hurdles a guy right there, and he gets into the end zone as Brookings takes the 7-0 lead. Then more defense for the Bobcats. Paper or plastic, doesn't really matter because you're getting sacked either way as the Bobcats go on to dominate in this one. 36-7, no shock here. They're going to get Pier.
I get paper.
No shock. They're going to get Pier in the championship. Noon against SDSU. Pier rolls 57-7
for the Govs. All right, one of the best matchup tonight was in Tea, where the Titans hosted Red Hot Canton. Pick it up in the second half. This is Austin Lake finding Garrett Colbeck, and it's 10-7. Tea area takes the lead. From then on, guess who took over? Yep, his name is Caden Burley. 69 yards for the touchdown, untouched down the sideline for number 9. He is a dandy. Burley, late in the game, it's still kind of close. Give it to number 9.
That looks like a replay.
Down the sidelines, untouched all the way for the touchdown. It's 21-10, and then T driving late in the game, trying to get on the board to make a game out of it. Down by 21-10, and guess what happens here? It's Foley with a pick 6, and Canton is on, I was going to say to the Dome. They're on, well,
their way to
Brookings, to the championship game. Impressive win, 27-10.
Last week, a team with 11 state titles pulled off a huge upset. Tonight, West Central trying to do the same against another team wearing black and orange as Lennox hosting the semifinal. Cooper Maris for West Central in for the touchdown. They'd missed the point after, which is going to be a theme in this game. It's 6-0 West Central. Trojans looking to score again. This time it's Ben Czar recovering the fumble, and he's going to take it to the house. Lennox would mix the extra points, so we're tied up at 6 apiece. In the end, though, Lennox was too much. Josh Arlt to Caleb Metcalf. This for a touchdown. Orioles opened up a big lead. West Central rallied. They scored a touchdown.
34-14 they're up.
Yep, they were up 34-14. They missed the point after with 30 seconds left. Don't recover the onside kick for the first time since 1982. Lennox is heading to the championship.
Thursday night, 7:15 up at South Dakota State. On to Class 11B, and the top-ranked Seahawks of Bridgewater Emery-Ethan hosting the Cougars of McCook Central Montrose at Sparky Anderson Field. There's Jonah Hofer on the edge, outrunning everybody. 21-0 now in favor of Bridgewater Emery-Ethan. Third quarter now, Brady Hawkins to Chase Arndt. He shakes two tacklers. What a great move there. Touchdown. 28-0 now. They're pretty pumped about that. Hawkins again with a jump pass. Riley Schultz with a touchdown. 42-0 your final score as the Seahawks roll into the championship game.
Another great matchup in 11B. Battle of Unbeatens. Winner hosting Webster. Opening drive for Winner. You don't see them pass a whole lot. Brady Fritz rolling out and throwing it up. He's going to get picked off by Jaden Keller, though. Twice Webster drives into Warrior territory in that opening quarter. Twice they're turned away on fourth down. This time Joey Cole will get credit for the sack as the Warriors take over. Final minute of the opening quarter. Winner on the move. Look at Sam Kruger. He's breaking and spinning off tacklers, ripping off a big gainer about 20 yards down inside the 10-yard line. Few plays later, you have a run like that, you should let him finish it off, and that's exactly what Dan Aker does. Touchdown makes it 6-0 after one. Second quarter, look at the Warriors had taken control as Trevor Peters will run it in for a 3-yard score. They were up 24-0. Webster got within 3 in the fourth quarter, but Winner hangs on to win what turned out to be a great game, 38-27.
Again, there's your Bridgewater Emery-Ethan score. They play Friday at 3:30 at South Dakota State. On to the 9-man ranks. 9AA semifinals in Viborg, where the Cougars have had this magical season hosting Lemmon McIntosh. And Lemmon McIntosh drove a long way for this game, and they made it worth it early. Cody Thompson to Alec O'Donnell, a 58-yard touchdown. They take the lead. Angel Johnson, though, he comes back with a sweep, scores. Cougars get the 2-point conversion, lead 8-6. Lemmon responds. Thompson to Peyton Anderson. Watch this catch. One-handed. He never even used the second hand ever. He grabbed it and just took it in like a loaf of bread. But Viborg comes back. Chase Mason keeps it in, breaks a couple of tackles, and he is going to take it in. Viborg-Hurley wins a thriller. 32-26 on to the championship for them.
Cavaliers of Bonham are the defending 9AA champs, ranked number 1 for most of the season. Tonight, they go for a spot in the title game against Deuel on the first chance for the Cavaliers. It's Noah Heesh keeping the ball, bouncing off some people, and he's going to go 40 yards for the touchdown as Bonham takes the early lead 6-0. Deuel going to come right back, though, on a 7-play, 68-yard drive. Nick Caston will cap it with a 14-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals looking like they're going to be in this one for good. It's tied up. However, here comes the Cavaliers one more time. It's Riley Rothschadel, 6 yards to Heesh as they take the lead into halftime. And in the second half, it was going to be all Bonham, and they got started right away on the opening kickoff of the second half. Here comes Heesh, picks it up off the ground. This is when you always see this. People always try to go for the ball. See ya, 95 yards for the touchdown down the sidelines as Bonham pulls away to get the victory, 26-6.
And again, your Viborg-Hurley score 32-26. In Class 9A, the Braves of Britton-Hecla hosting the Gorillas of Gregory tonight. Watch this run by Gorillas running back Jackson Eklund. They just can't bring him down. He does step out of bounds, unfortunately. However, just give him the ball back. He'll score. And that puts the Gorillas 8-0 at this point. But before halftime, Britton-Hecla would answer on this run by Mason Jones, barreling into the end zone. We are tied at 8-8. And fourth quarter, Britton quarterback Aiden Fredrickson fakes the handoff, and he is gone for the winning touchdown.
He's the one who's in for Trevor Zolke.
Yes, sir, and Dallas Goddard happy with the final of this. 14-8 your final. Britton-Hecla to the championship game. They'll play Canastota Freeman, a 56-22 win. Now, finally, in Class 9B, Colman-Egan was home tonight, and Brandon Green was there. Brandon?
Yes, Mark. It's been an impressive season for the Hawks, but they were taking on a very talented Wolsey-Wessington team. It was 24-8 when I got there with 2 minutes left in the first half. But as soon as I walk in the stadium, that's Nate Tolley with the interception. You want to talk about some perfect timing. And then this would lead to an Eli Bowen touchdown, and the Hawks would go into halftime with a 32-8 lead. And then in the third, the Warbirds would outscore Colman-Egan 14-6 at the start of the fourth. They're looking to make it a one-score game, but there's Chase Heemer, who comes up with the interception, returns it just a little bit, and then Tolley, he would cap it off. What a strong run, dragging defenders with him as he bulldozes into the end zone, and the Hawks, they would go on to get the win 46-36.
And Harriet Silvey scored some points tonight too.
Wow.
52-34 there. That championship Thursday, 4:30 in Brookings.
Falcons of West Sioux and Iowa are trying to go for back-to-back state titles. Tonight they host Treynor in the 1A quarterfinals. Opening drive of the game, Hunter Deckers gives the ball to Bryce Kopic, who carries it for just enough for a West Sioux first down. Then with the ball on the 43, Deckers flips to his favorite target and his cousin, Cade Lynott. That's a good call. He jets all the way for his first touchdown tonight. It's 7-0. Lynott, we'll have to look at the final stats tomorrow. Might have set the single-season receiving record in this game. Second quarter, we're tied at 7 now. Falcons with a 1st and 10. Again, Deckers to Lynott on the handoff. He can play running back, too, as he's leaping over some guys, getting into the red zone. And after a penalty, move West Sioux back. It's Deckers with the touchdown pass to Lynott. They had a big second half. Oh, nice juking of some guys there for the score. As West Sioux goes on to win 41-24.
Yeah, they have had quite the year. Finally, the Pipestone Arrows tried to play David when they took on Goliath in Caledonia tonight. The team with the nation's longest winning streak. Well, how about this? The Arrows showed a little something on their first drive. Eric Lang picking up a big chunk of yardage to keep a drive alive, and that would lead to this. Pipestone on 4th and 12. J.T. Tinklenberg. Watch this catch by Dawson Skellhouse. It's a touchdown. Pipestone is leading Goliath 6-0. However, Caledonia is led by quarterback Noah King, and he was the king tonight.
He got hammered on that.
This pass to Cole Cronabush. That makes it 7-6 in favor of Caledonia, and it was Caledonia from there on out. Later on, it's going to be Noah hitting his younger brother Eli for a touchdown. He's going to cut back and go for the score. Final score in this game as he takes it to the end zone. Pipestone loses 56-14. It's 80-some wins in a row now.
The King boy, by the way, going to SDSU. That's Owen King's brother.
It's Owen King's brother, absolutely. 56-14 there. And congrats to West Sioux and West Lyon. They both win. West Lyon wins 36-14. West Sioux 41-24, as we said a little bit earlier. And that's a look at a crazy night. Crazy Football Friday, the last one of the year. Hope you've enjoyed it. We sure have. I'll be back with more sports right after this.